And you can always count on the Outcast boys to put on quite a show. And just wait till you see, if you've never seen these guys celebrate after the race is over, you haven't. It's just awesome. It's one of the coolest things you will ever see on iRacing. All right, looks like we are lining up for heat number 1. Let's take a look at the grid. Looks like it's going to be Gerald Thanos-Poole and Edward Belair on the front row. Brian Mansfield and Michael Grainold's in the second row. And Mike Killenbeck and Superman Norman Chan round out the field for heat number 1. Looks like we've only got 4 of them gridded. Gerald Thanos-Poole and Mike Killenbeck did not get gridded in time, if I can learn to speak some English. Just getting a message from the track. Chris Ironman Standard said the owner of the Chevy Silverado license plate 548 TBD, they've left their lights on. Can you please go out to the parking lot and turn your lights off? As I said, Outcast is extremely fun. Alright, pace car should be ducking off here any second, and we will watch these boys go green flag racing. The new iRacing sedan pace car ducks off onto pit road. Brian Mansfield will lead them down for heat number 1. Green flag is in the air, they light them up. Off into turn 1. Now we saw the previous session they stayed 2 by 2 till the last lap, and then you had Edward Belair do a full send to try and get the win. Couldn't quite get there. We'll see what happens this time around. You would like to think Edward Belair learned a little trick. He was always trying to, the entire race, spent the entire race trying to pass down on the apron. Couldn't quite get there. He was pretty quick, but that outside line was super fast as Belair and Superman get together. 3 wide down the front straightaway. 8 laps to go, and we may be 3 wide for a while here. These guys are definitely moving around a lot more than usual. And it looks like Superman wisely drops back in line. Oh, he gets a little bit of a run off Belair to the outside. He's going to try and hold Belair down. They touch again. 3 wide through 3 and 4. And you know Brian Mansfield's loving this. As long as they aren't lined up, they can't get around him, and he is definitely one of the best strategists out there right now. Oh, little bit of a tap. Looked like Grainold's just drifted up a little bit going into 1. Superman Norman Chan takes advantage. Gets right to the back bumper of Mansfield. Grainold's to the outside. Not quite there yet. Superman already looking for a way around Mansfield, but Mansfield learned, you stay on that bottom line here at Vegas, you hold that line, they're going to have a really tricky time getting around you. And if he has any kind of drafting help, nobody will be able to get around him. We'll see if they work together or if it's every man for himself in heat number 1. As they come down the back straightaway, 4 cars in heat number 1, and they are side by side all the way around the track. Trying 3 wide. I would not be surprised if they try 4 wide here in a moment. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen the Outcast SR8s going 4 wide where there wasn't room for it. They finished Indianapolis, Talladega, and several other tracks 4 wide. And even though these SR8s are smaller than a Cup car, There's a limit to how many cars wide you can go, as it looks like Bel Air looked down on the apron, tried to get there. He's going to continue trying that on the apron pass. We'll see if he uses the apron on the front stretch. Mansfield moves up, gets back down quickly, but that's the first time we've seen Mansfield come up off the white line. Here they come back through the turn 1 and 2. Back to the back straightaway where they'll all fan out again. Yep. Grainold's trying to find a way around Superman, but it is Superman Norman Chan on the outside of Brian Mansfield at the front. Bel Air, Edward Bel Air in the 007 on the inside. Second row, and the outside second row is Michael Grainold's. Four laps to go. They're coming down to 3 laps to go here in a moment, and they are leaning heavily on each other at the front. Brian Mansfield and Norman Chan. This race isn't for points tonight, folks, so these guys are leaning on each other heavily. Trying to get everything you can, and these cars get a lot of side draft. We'll have to ask them how the new aero affects these cars and see how much side draft they're getting. We know it's affected all the big stock cars. We'll see how much it's affected these SR8s after tonight. Bel Air right to the back bumper of Mansfield, starting to look below the white line on the front straightaway. Not enough momentum yet. 2 laps to go. They're starting to spread out. Mansfield's really defending now. We've heard Mansfield say in a lot of post-race interviews he knows if he holds that white line, he's good to go. They're going to have to really work to get past him, but seeing a lot more of him fighting back and defending tonight, as Bel Air is all the way down on the apron that time. White flag is in the air. Brian Mansfield has a 1/100th of a second lead. Edward Bel Air looking extremely low coming into turn 1. He might try and make the pass on the apron in turn 3. We've seen him duck down that low a couple of times. They definitely have the downforce, but now they are extremely tight. You could throw a blanket over all 4 cars. Bel Air goes down to the line, gets right to the back bumper of Mansfield coming out of turn 4. They're coming to the line. Grainold's looking to the high side. Will he be able to make it? They're 4 wide coming to the finish line. 3 of them wrecking, and Grainold's gets the win as Bel Air, Chan, and Mansfield all wreck. All right, on to the feature. That was one heck of a finish and definitely shows what we have to look forward to in this feature race. All right, Michael Grainold's will start on the pole. Edward Bel Air in second. Norman Chan third. Brian Mansfield fourth. Gerald Thanos Poole fifth. And Mike Killenbeck will start sixth. All right, let's take a quick look through the field. There is the 45 of Michael Grainold's on the inside. To the outside, the 007 of Bel Air, Edward Bel Air. Superman Norman Chan in the 9. Brian Mansfield on the outside in the 95. And I am not seeing Gerald Thanos Poole or Mike Killenbeck on track. Will we have a 4-car 35-lap feature? And Team Ramrod in the chat cheering on their teammates. Matt Stewart, Skylar Massey in the chat. Welcome, guys. while you're watching, hit that share button. Go share it with your friends, family, neighbors, dogs, cats. Random strangers. Pace car is in. Reynolds will lead him down. Bel Air to the outside. Green flag is in the air. Reynolds dropping back already. That is actually, it's not a huge surprise. We see Reynolds hang off the back quite often, but now he looks like he might have just gotten a bad start because he is fighting to the inside. He is fighting back, and Edward Bel Air drops from the high line to drop into line. Now he's trying to get the draft, carry some momentum. If this is lap one, what insanity does the last lap hold? Here they come, 3 wide. Edward Bel Air can't quite get there. He's going to slide back in. No, he's not. He's going to keep it 3 wide coming down the front straightaway. Going off into turn 1, they sort back out to 2 wide, but Edward Bel Air is just pushing it tonight. And we've seen Brian Mansfield. He has turned up the wick tonight. He's been driving much more defensively when he's out front, so we'll see if he can get back to the front. We'll see just how hard he decides to take it. Meanwhile, Superman Norman Chan leading him around. Edward Bel Air drifts a little bit going into turn 1. Realized he had Reynolds to the inside and hop back up. Jim Johnson didn't make the lobby in time, missing him tonight. And in the chat, we've got his Brian Mansfield teammate saying he's about to win this thing. And it's definitely looking like he had a run on Superman Norman Chan there on the front straightaway. Norman Chan was scored as the leader, barely 6/1000ths of a second at the start-finish line. Mansfield's definitely getting that outside line working really well here tonight. He knows how hard it is to pass the car on that inside line because it's usually him down there. He is looking to find a way around that 9 car. Michael Holt Reynolds back there in third. Edward Bel Air drifted off the back just a little bit. He might be laying back, trying to get a draft and get a big run up the middle. Looking that way. He's got, looked like he was carrying a little momentum for a second there. Looks like Bel Air might be pulling a page out of the Michael Reynolds SR8 book. We see oftentimes Michael Reynolds will sit at the back at the start, wait a few laps in, and then draft his way as far to the front as he can just to see what he has to do. Then he'll drift back, but at the end of the race, he is always up there battling for top spots, and it looks like Edward Bel Air might have learned a little something from that. He seems to be laying back just a little bit at the moment. And as we said, it looks like he's got a bit of a run. Sucks right back up to the back bumper of Mansfield. Looking to the outside, can't get anything going. Reynolds is dropping back just a little bit. Reynolds now moving to the high line. Are they going to line up to get past Superman? Bel Air drops back down to the inside line now. Reynolds on the outside. Which way will Bel Air go? Right up the middle. Here we go, 3 wide into turn 3. Bel Air drifting back and forth. Manages to clear Mansfield there. Will he be able to get around Norman Chan? They are nose to tail, side by side, all the way around this track. wide into turn 3 again. Mansfield is going to try and make that move to the outside. You saw him working that high line early on. He is definitely going to try and see if he can make it work by the end of this 35-lap feature event. See if he can get his way back to the front. Belair leaning hard on Superman Norman Chan, getting down there as low as he can, getting the side draft off of him, trying to get an advantage coming down the back straightaway. Looks like it might have worked. He's got a nose out in front. And now it's Brian Mansfield going to make it 3 wide. Can't quite get there yet. Edward Belair coming up just a little bit. Grainold sitting back there watching everything play out. And they touch going into turn 1. Belair and Norman Chan look like they briefly touched going through turn 1. Managed to keep everybody going straight. But now Belair has an advantage. Going off into turn 3. Grainold's hops up to the highest line there. He is going to try and push Mansfield around the 007 car. They are trying anything they can to get a little advantage here. We keep seeing Belair get right down there trying to get that side draft off the 9 car. Brian Mansfield, he's got help now, but will it be enough going off into turn 3? Michael Grainold seems to be just pushing whoever he can get an advantage from right now. Testing the waters with 24 laps to go, excuse me. Gerald Thanospool and Mike Killenbeck, not sure what happened with the two of them, why they didn't get started. Kind of miss seeing old Thanos out there. But there was numerous technical difficulties for this race tonight, or else we would have a bigger field. However, it is just a fun, not a points-paying race, and these guys are definitely making the most of just having 4 cars on track. Oh my goodness! Belair drifts up and catches Mansfield going into turn 1. Caution is out. Looks like Brian Mansfield might have come down just a little bit there. Try and look at it from another. No, that was he was coming down very slowly, but Edward came up a lot really quickly. Brian Mansfield will have to go use one of his fast repairs, get that car running again. Meanwhile, Superman Norman Chan looking for the pace car. And we knew something like this, they couldn't stay green flag the whole race. Even with just 4 of them out there, they were leaning on each other extremely heavily. Brian Mansfield is on pit road, getting his fast repair knocked out. Maybe getting some fresh tires and see if he can get some sort of advantage here. As Superman Norman Chan seems to have merged with the new iRacing sedan. He's almost disappeared. Briefly, car was just completely inside the sedan. He's gonna... This is what you do when pace laps are way too long, or yellow flags are way too long, and you're in a fun race and everybody's just having a good time. Looks like Edward Belair is also on pit road. Brian Mansfield is back off, fully repaired. And he is also running a new paint scheme tonight. Let's take a quick glance at that as he comes down the back straightaway. Combs Family Museum. I believe that's the same sponsor he usually has, but that might be the same one he had last week. Yeah, it's too bad Chris Standridge isn't out here with one of his weird paint jobs, although there's one in particular he's not allowed to drive anymore. I have deemed it so. Loving the comment section tonight, guys. All right, lights are out on the pace car. All 4 cars back together again. Don't forget, we are live on Twitch and Facebook. Feel free to share both. Feel free to watch both at the same time. And we will be streaming some oval and road races tomorrow morning, so tune in for that. As we start the new season, we have a little bit trying something new this season with the streaming. So Tuesdays will continue to be Dirt Tuesdays. Wednesdays will normally be Oval Wednesdays. However, due to the weather and just being miserable today, I wasn't able to get the oval races in. So tomorrow we'll do oval racing and road racing. Thursdays will be right turn Thursdays, and Fridays will be flight sim Fridays. We'll do some DCS flying. Mondays will be Mech Warrior Mondays, and of course, if you're watching and you're in iRacing, go look up the HTSAI Friday Fun League. We will have our first Friday fun race this week. No points, no titles, just full send and all the glory. Green flag is in the air. Superman Norman Chan still in the lead, and now with those pace laps, they should be able to make it on fuel. Edward Belair holding the low line this time, but right behind him, 3 wide. Now they're 3 wide. Michael Grainold's in the middle. Brian Mansfield up there on the high side, trying to make that high side work tonight since he can't get back down on the white line yet. However, as we've often seen with Mansfield, he loves running those left sides on that white line or below it. If he gets back to the front, I guarantee you he will plant those left side tires down on that white line. Although he was driving awfully defensively and aggressively in the heat, even being down on the bottom, almost opened up the inside line. So we'll see. He might be trying out some new stuff, getting ready for the next season. And Grainolds did tell me before the race they do have a few openings if you are interested in running these SR8s. And I am sure the Friday Fun Series will have some SR8 races in it. As every league member gets to pick a race, we'll do 2 races every Friday night. All right, 3 wide down the back straightaway yet again. Oh, Superman and Michael Grainold's touching. They are teammates. Superman and the Hulk there. And now they control the front row. Brian Mansfield may not get any help getting around. We'll see what the lone Bel Air driver does here as the laps wind down. Brian Mansfield keeps trying that 3rd line all the way around the track. It looks like he's trying to carry as much momentum as possible into the turn and get some sort of advantage. He's definitely faster on the straightaways running that higher line, pulling out of the draft, but just can't complete the move. As it looks like Hulk had the advantage that time by, took the lead. Superman Norman Chan holding that white line extremely low. And here comes Mansfield again to the high side, coming down the back straightaway. And they are going to go 3 wide into turn 3 again, but much, much closer this time. That didn't work out so well last time, guys. Be careful. And Graynolds with the advantage there. He has the advantage of side drafting off both Mansfield and Superman there. Being on that middle line, that definitely gives him the advantage on the front straightaway. As Belair started to look like he was going to try that apron pass, can't quite complete it yet, but we saw him practice that move in the heats. Will he be able to pull that off here in the race to get the win at the end? 13 laps to go. Belair looking, oh, the teammates touch. Belair holding on to the low line right now, but Norman Chan and Michael Graynolds keep having a little bit of bumping into turn 1. They keep doing that. That might not end well. Meanwhile, Brian Mansfield still trying to make that third line work. He can't get anywhere with it just yet. Seems like the advantage is going to go to whoever the Edward Belair chooses to push around the track. With those two Karma Confederation teammates side by side on the front row, on the inside, it's going to be hard for anybody to get around them. It's going to take those two cars, Brian Mansfield and Edward Belair, working together to have any chance of getting past these two cars. Off into turn 1. This time they're not. Oh, they are. They did briefly touch going through turn 1. And now Michael Graynolds drifts up a little bit in the middle of 3 and 4, almost gets into Brian Mansfield. There you can see the times and just how close they are as they switch. Every corner, every straightaway, the leader changes between Norman Chan and Michael Graynolds, and occasionally Brian Mansfield manages to take the lead. And it seems like Edward Belair is, at least for the moment, content to ride in the back. He can't find any advantage as these three go 3 wide all the way around the track, and the teammates are leaning on each other every time they go off into turn 1. Michael Graynolds drifts out a little bit coming out of turn 2, but Mansfield had a bit of an advantage on the high side that time through 3 and 4. Getting into turn 3, he managed to get a half a car length ahead. Oh, they wrecked. Looks like Hulk smashed right into Brian Mansfield. Caution is out. You knew that was going to happen eventually, the way they were leaning on each other. Yeah, it looks like Superman just drifted up into Hulk, and Hulk smashed right into Brian Mansfield there. And looks like Brian might be done. He had already had to use his fast repair, and now he's got a blown engine. Hopefully he has one more. Meanwhile, Superman Norman Chan is in the lead. Michael Graynolds in second, and Edward Belair third. we will see if Brian Mansfield can get down here and get repaired. Watch and see if he has another fast repair. Since it's a fun race, they might have added a couple. And it does look like he had another fast repair, so he will get back out. Meanwhile, Superman Norman Chan still continues to lead. Reynolds is in second. Edward Belair is in third. We'll see if Brian Mansfield can get back to the lead. Good evening to XCal Racing. We'll be glad to be back with you guys Tuesday night. I got kind of lonely last night. Six laps to go in this race. They should go. Looks like the lights are out on the pace car, so they will go green with 5 to go. Brian Mansfield should be able to catch back up. Yeah, he is closing back up on the field. And we get to see, will Edward Belair try the pass below the white line? Will those two Karma Confederation cars be able to hold everybody off, or will Brian Mansfield make that third line work? Looks like Superman Norman Chan laying down on the inside. Brian Mansfield is laying back just a little bit for the restart. Pace car is off. And looks like they delayed the green. I'm not seeing the pace car back out here yet, so I can't tell if we will get to go green next time by. There's the pace car. Lights are out on the new iRacing sedan. And remember, these guys are definitely will be coming back in a week or two with the new season, and obviously some changes that they're going to be trying out, like heat racing. So definitely going to be a lot more excitement coming from these SR8s, and as if they weren't exciting enough, this will probably get a bit crazy and a lot of fun. All right, pace car is in. Superman Norman Chan will lead him down. Thank you, XCal. Green flag is in the air. Will be 4 to go when they restart. Brian Mansfield all the way up to the high side again. Hulk in the middle, and Edward Belair drifts up a little bit into turn 1, drifts down below the apron. And given the racing we're seeing here tonight with just 4 cars on track, once they get into start the heat racing with the next season and have 15 to 20 cars on track, you can imagine how crazy that is going to be. As Brian Mansfield seems to have a run now to the outside. 3 laps to go. Brian Mansfield can't quite get there, but Edward Belair is there in the middle now. Michael Hulk Reynolds now pushing his teammate Superman Norman Chan on the bottom. Brian Mansfield still trying to get some advantage on the outside. Michael Granel's, or Edward Belair there in the middle definitely has a bit of an advantage being able to side draft off both lanes. But Norman Chan has the advantage of a teammate pushing him as we get 2 laps to go. Superman and Edward Belair leaning on each other, coming out of turn 1, going off into turn 3. We're coming down to the white flag. They are 3 wide coming to the white flag. Edward Belair drifting up really high up next to Brian Mansfield. White flag is in the air. Last time around as they go down into turn 1. Looks like Edward Belair is defending awfully hard here, trying to get some advantage off these cars on both sides of him. Coming down the back straightaway, still 3 wide. Edward Belair gets a nose out in front of Superman Norman Chan. Brian Mansfield comes up. And I do believe it's going to be Superman at the line. It's going to be close. It is Superman Norman Chan at the line being pushed by Michael Hulk Granolds. And let their celebration routine begin. While we're waiting on that, don't forget to tune in Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern for the BRR Cup Series. Monday night we'll have the Outcast Dirt Boys starting at 7:30 Eastern. And Tuesday night, the return of XCal at 7:20 Eastern. And that is something you do not want to miss. And this is very peculiar. They've completed a post-race lap and nobody has wrecked Superman Norman Chan yet. Edward Belair is closing in on him though. Okay, make a right turn, Belair. Nope. All right, we've got Superman Norman Chan preparing to celebrate. There's Brian Mansfield, got sent to the sky. Superman tries to jump off of his teammate. Can't quite get her done. As they continue to celebrate. And this might be one of the greatest celebration routines in the world. Edward Belair, I do believe, was parked. Oh, there we go. I got Superman flipped over, but he landed on all fours again. This is unacceptable. Get back to work, guys. Looks like Brian Mansfield has Superman in his sights. Can't quite get there yet. Oh, there we go. Superman sends Edward Belair to the sky, and here comes Mansfield. Gets him on his helmet there. He is still running. Keep going. There is Hulk. We need him to Hulk smash. Come on. And we've got now one car, I do believe Edward Belair, upside down. And it looks like Superman and Hulk are going to make a... Nope. Norman Chan moved just before Mansfield got to him. There we go. The fun part about wrecking the front end, these are rear engine and air cooled. And they're going to leave Norman Chan on his roof. That is awesome. If you like this celebration method, you should check out the Outcast guys at 10 Eastern on Mondays for their Enduro. It's just a 50-lap wreck fest, and whoever gets to 50 laps first wins. Does not look like we will be doing a post-race interview tonight. So for everybody at Outcast, thank you all for tuning in tonight. This has been great fun. And definitely go check out the HTSAI Friday Night Fun League if you're interested. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you all for tuning in. Everybody have a great night.